The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 429 of a daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is another colorway of the Kingslayer's playing cards from Ellusionist, and this is the purple colorway. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. So here we have the purple colorway of the Kingslayer's playing cards from Ellusionist here, in that kind of, it's not really like a matte finish dark box, but it's also not like a fully glossy finish. It's more like a satin-ish kind of, but slightly more glossy, but still like a satin-ish kind of finish dark box here. And that lighter purple colorway, you got the Kingslayers with the sword there. It says playing cards on the bottom. On one side is that purple colorway, same as the other side. On the bottom, you got the barcode, the Ellusionist logo. And it says created and distributed by Ellusionist Playing Card Co. And it says manufactured in Belgium, so that different stock and finish. On the back, little sneak peek of that background. No seal. On the top, just says King Slayers. There. On the top flap, it says Topple the Master. The inner top flap is that purple colorway. Take the cards out of the box. On the inside top box, just that plain white colorway. Nothing too crazy or fancy going on inside there. And now that we took a look at the pretty simplistic top box, time to take a look at the cards. And first start with that backside. So here we have a mirrored backside with the standard white border going on. It's a little bit of a thinner white border. And you got that nice purple colorway for the back design there. And then you got the two swords there in the mirror design, kind of on a slant there. It's mirrored, so if you flip it over, same design in both directions. But now for the cards you get with the deck, here we start with the first Joker. You got those purple swords there that are kind of like touching at the ends of them are touching there, and it's kind of like that little metal kind of sheen. If it's like they clink together. And then the second Joker here is the swords, and they're in like an X shape there with those more like shing kind of lines there, so like they're hitting. And then you got that custom Ace of Spades here, which says King Slayers, the Ellusionist Playing Card Co., printed in Belgium, in that purple colorway. And then for the big spade there, you got the king there, with the sword going straight through it. And then for the rest of the pips, they're pretty standard. There's slightly like a smaller pip on the card, but they're pretty standard. There's pips there, and suits. And then the core cards are pretty standard. Okay, somewhere the king is mixed in the deck. Somewheres we'll find that. But as you can see, the core cards here are pretty standard there, just in a purple and white kind of colorway there. Then you got the diamonds here, which are slightly custom there because they're red color, but they have a black little border going around them there. So they're slightly custom, but still like pretty like standard at the same time. And then we got the Jack, Queen, and King diamonds here, and they're just standard there, just in that white and purple colorway once again. And same for the clubs here, that custom purple colorway. And the rest of the clubs are pretty standard, just like the smaller pips. And here is our king there, kind of randomly within the clubs. But then you got the pretty standard looking clubs. They could be slightly custom, but they're pretty standard. Then you got the hearts here, once again. That same kind of design like the diamonds. They're the red color with the little black border. And the core cards are that custom purple colorway. And then we got those slightly custom hearts there, but pretty standard. There's nothing too crazy there. And then the last two cards in the deck, we got an extra Queen of Hearts. And we got a double backer of that back design. But now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And these are made in Belgium, so they have a different stock finish, so they will handle a little bit different. There, and first start with the springs. And I can tell right away that they spring a little bit differently. Like the cards almost feel like a little bit like thinner for some reason. Like the stock and finish. They still spring pretty nicely though. A little bit stiff, but not like overly stiff or anything. So pretty decently easy to spring these straight out of the box. And now for the fans. And as you can see, they spread pretty evenly. You can see most of the pips and numbers, no real stickiness or clumpiness to the cards. Now time for that Pharaoh. Pretty decent Pharaoh. And now time for a giant fan of the back design. And now time for that reverse Pharaoh. A decent reverse Pharaoh as well. They pretty much Pharaoh equally the same either direction. But now for a giant fan of the faces. And now time for the Riffle Shuffle or Bridge Shuffle. Well, pretty smooth Riffle Shuffles and Bridge Shuffles. No real issues there. Pretty nice and smooth. And now for a few little packet cuts. Well, like I say, pretty normal packet cuts. No real issues there with the packet cuts. But now time for that one-handed cut or Chevalier cut. And now time for the dribble. You definitely got more grip with the faces up. And now for that spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, like I say, another nice deck from Ellusionist. There. And one of their older decks. There in that nice purple color, the Kingslayers there. Look pretty nice though. And nice classic kind of minimalistic kind of design. There's nothing like too crazy going on there. Then you got the faces, which are pretty standard. So, like the clubs and the spades are pretty standard there, and the hearts and the diamonds are slightly different. Just because they have the standard red colorway, just with the black border going around it. So that's the only like a little custom thing. And then the core cards, which we saw, with that custom purple colorway there. So nothing like too crazy going on with the deck. A little bit of customization, but not like anything too crazy going on there. But still pretty nice there. And then for the handling, they're that Belgium stock and finish. So they definitely feel a little bit different. They feel slightly thinner of cards. And they definitely handle a little bit different, but not like too crazy or anything. Like they still handle pretty nicely there. And they still feel nice in the hands. But you can definitely tell they feel different. If you're only used to like bicycle card stock, like the USPCC Air Cruiser Finish, if you're only used to that, then these will definitely feel a little bit different. But I handle like lots of cards, so they don't handle like that. I mean, they don't feel like too different, but they definitely like feel like there's a little bit of a difference though. But they still like super smooth and everything like that. So they still handle pretty much like a normal deck of cards there. They just feel a little bit different. So I guess with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. This has been day 429 of a daily deck review. This has been the Purple Kingslayers playing cards from Ellusionist. And I'm the Canadian Card Collector signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.